So, without further ado, let's give you the details of a cruise that we know is going to be the top seller. It's with Island Cruise. It's on board the Island Escape. Now, check this out. This is why we need you on the phone lines pretty quickly for this one. The price right now, live, 1 minute past 8 is $739, and this is for 2 weeks, a week's cruise and a week's stay, and the whole deal, Keith, is all inclusive, isn't it? Everything.
Absolutely, yeah, both the hotel stay and the week on board the Island Escape.
So I can forget my wallet virtually, can't I?
Literally, yeah. You won't do anything because you get all your drinks, all your food, all your entertainment. So why cruising is such good value?
Honestly, whenever we have an offer like this, it flies, and many of you will be disappointed if you don't book this tonight. Let's give you a little taste of what life would be like on board, and it's a great atmosphere, Keith, isn't it?
Really great. I mean, they're a UK, it's very much a British ship, okay, so everything's going to be very familiar to you. The great thing I love about Island Cruise is the captain. The captain is always very out and about. He's very visual.
Oh,
you know,
really?
You can see him chatting, likes to get involved in a lot of the events on deck, such as the tug of war and things like that. It's got a really nice kind of oldie-worldy feel where they focus on service, they focus on the great deck parties, kind of West End style entertainment in the theatres, and again, like all these cruise ships, they've got an ability for you to go and work out in the gym and relax in the spa.
So for anyone that's a bit maybe daunted by that being on a cruise ship, they think it's all going to be formal and things like that. It's not like that at all.
Totally
is
not.
It?
No, not with Island Escape. It's a very informal atmosphere. It's very relaxed. You're not going to, you're not going to be forced to dress up in a boat to dicky bow and a suit every night. It's much more about you wearing what you want, you getting out involved under the stars. As you can see, there's having a dance, meeting people, making friends, because cruising is such a social holiday.
And Keith, we said that all the drinks and the food are included. Are gratuities and tips included as well?
Yeah, they are, because this is all part of the Thompson banner, so it's such good value, because again, all the grats that you'd normally get added on, all included.
Honestly, it is, I mean, you know, it is an amazing price tonight, and what a lovely itinerary as well. We're flying you over to Palma, aren't we?
We are. I love Palma, Palma de Mallorca, and great chance for you then to... I'm going to talk about that more at the end, because we're coming back to do a 7-day stay there. So you've got a relaxing day at sea to enjoy the Island Escape. Remember, she's not around for much longer. She's being replaced in 2016, so a great chance to get a bit of maritime history on board her and enjoy that sea day. Then you're in Ajaccio. Now, Ajaccio is the port for Corsica. This is the island that gave birth, of course, to Napoleon Bonaparte, the small man with the big hat and the big attitude who changed a lot of the world. It's a beautiful perfumed isle. You're going to smell honeysuckle and thyme as you approach. It's a great chance for you to explore little dinky beaches. Many of them are within 15 minutes walk of where you dock. Head inland into the Prunelli Gorge. You can go to the Capaluta Park, which is Europe's only tortoise protection centre. And of course, there's remnants of Napoleon all over the place, but definitely try some of the spicy Corsican sausage. Okay, whatever you do then, make sure you get off in Rome. It's Civitavecchia is the name of the port. It's always a bit of a mouthful to pronounce. It's about 2 hours away to head in on the train or the bus, but of course Rome is an incredible place. It's an amazing city full of fountains, full of palaces, the Sistine Chapel. You can go and say hello to the Pope. You can walk through the Roman Forum in the footsteps of Julius Caesar, stand in the middle of the Colosseum and imagine the gladiators fighting for their lives.
And you don't realise how big it is, do you, until you stand in there?
It is. It's absolutely massive.
Amazing.
It's an amazing piece of history. And then of course, if you want the view, the Spanish Steps, the top of the Spanish Steps, just look across the whole of Rome, or get a gelato through in Piazza Navona, where they used to execute people, but nowadays it's a lot more fun.
Good.
Okay, then you're going to go through to Livorno. Very quickly, all I'm going to say about Livorno in this case is that this is your chance to go through to Pisa for the Leaning Tower, and also your chance to go through to the Renaissance masterpiece, the living museum that is, of course, the beautiful Florence. That's the Duomo there, one of Italy's big three. Okay, then we're going through to Nice. This is the queen, if you like, of the Riviera, and this is a beautiful part of very fabled, very famous coastline. You can stroll down the wonderful English promenade, which is about 3 miles long, and go and have a look at all the alluring shops, and then the archaeological and the fine art museums of the old town, and the famous flower market. Okay, next you're going through to Barcelona. Beautiful place, and this is a great chance for you to wander down the Ramblas. So you can see the beaches there, Barceloneta. Many people don't remember this about Barcelona, but actually, according to National Geographic, it's got the best beaches, the best urban beaches in the world.
You do forget that sometimes, don't you?
You really do, and they're only about 20 minutes from where you dock. Really beautiful. Now, of course, you can wander down the Ramblas, see the street performers, get yourself a painting or a drawing, go up to the top there and tuck into the wonderful spicy sausages of the market at the top, which dates back over 900 years. And, of course, go and see some amazing architecture, courtesy of the wonderful, well, we all know him, it's the unfinished masterpiece. He built the cathedral and so much more. And if you aren't interested in Gaudi and you want to go beyond that, you've even got FC Barcelona. Go to a football museum, a bit of Pele, Okay, then we're going through, and of course, back to Palma. So you've had your cruise. Remember, that was all inclusive. So again, as you're sailing away from the ports, you're out there with the cocktails that you've already paid for in that 739. And now you're enjoying 7 nights, again all inclusive, on the island of Palma.
I mean,
it's incredible.
Honestly, when you break it down, you know, that there's 2 weeks, just to pay such a small amount. And Palma is such a beautiful place.
It's a beautiful place. Now, again, it's got a wonderful, it's ringed with beautiful beaches, almost like a sandy necklace. Then you go inland to the Tramantura Mountains that really scale up. And, of course, Rick Stein famously did a wonderful episode about the wood-fired lamb that you can buy up there, which is beautiful. You can go through to Formenta, which is probably my favourite beach on the island. It's their version of Land's End. You've got Cap Formenta and the Formenta beach. You can head into Sola, take the old electric train which has been running since 1920s into there. It's incredible, and if you get a chance, visit the capital, Palma de Mallorca, wander down the long seaside promenade, go and see the huge neo-Gothic cathedral that overlooks the front, and then go into the back, get a hot chocolate with what they call an esmeralda, which is their patisserie item that you dunk into the hot chocolate and you scoff it down. It's absolutely beautiful, but it's a beautiful place to go and stay to relax, and it's a great end to what is a superb value 2-week all-inclusive for $739.
And just to remind you what's included, well, it's everything. No, it is. So let's remind you, this is where you're going to be cruising around, and then you've got that 7-night stay in Palma, of course. But I'm just thinking, this is 6 weeks away, isn't it? It's actually a late deal, which is why the price is so low, and it's an exclusive price reduction for Planet Cruise. Now, we've got return flights. Now, they're based on London, Gatwick, Luton, Exeter or Newcastle, depending on the departure date, but we can provide flights, look, from your local airport for just small supplements. So do bear that in mind. You are getting a 7-night all-inclusive stay in Mallorca and, of course, 7 nights all-inclusive on board the Island Escape. This is only 6 weeks ago, away, I should say. So 6 weeks away. We are live. So if you'd like to book, give us a call. We know that this is going to be one of the top sellers tonight. Now, it has its own ID number there, you can see, which is 84054. That will just help our cruise consultants help you place your order. But do it quickly tonight, because that one will go. 2 weeks, all inclusive. You don't have to worry about having big bills at the end of it or anything like that. 739.